Wilson moved right over there to get it. Now Wilson's getting some good right hands. Plett hasn't been able to. He's throwing one punch. He's got Ben Wilson's sweater up and is just pulling him down on the ice. Now they got it. Oh, Ben Wilson landed a right hand to Willie Plett that knocked him off balance, but he seemed to have recovered pretty good to get back on top of Wilson. Wilson moved right from his right point position all the way over to the left wing corner to take a check on Willie Plett.
Back here, Wilson and Plett. It looked like Plett started that one.
Well, Plett just skated by and grabbed Ben Wilson from behind, and now Wilson's really getting some good right hands in. Wilson uppercuts on Willie Plett. Plett had just jumped on Wilson from behind as the players coming up. Now Plett has got Wilson and just picked him up and threw him to the ice. You got a lot of beef out there going at each other. But it was an innocent play. The Flyers were breaking out. Plett was forechecking, came up behind Wilson, grabbed him, and started punching.
By O'Callahan now, McClellan took a run at O'Callahan, and everybody's scrambling away. O'Callahan was going to get the original penalty as he really got the elbow and stick up on Hunter, and then McClellan came charging and really wrapped O'Callahan, then Ben Wilson came into it. And now he's grappling with McClellan, one linesman in there, and he's going to let him go, it looks like. Here they go, McClellan to left hand, another lefty knocks Wilson's helmet off. Now Wilson got the right hand loose. Oh, they're just slugging it out. Ben Wilson and Kevin McClellan, toe to toe. Wilson's right hand is free, McClellan's left. Now they're beginning to tire a bit. They've each landed 4 or 5 good shots. Now they get in a couple of more. And here the linesman in there now. All started with O'Callahan coming.
That again. Works on Ben Wilson. They're in a grappling close. There they go. Howard and Ben Wilson.
Well, Ben Wilson's really getting some good right hands in on Howard. Howard's been able to throw a punch. He's a feisty little player, and Ben Wilson and Howard were going at each other the first game in here. Now Howard's gotten his right arm through and throwing overhand rights that haven't really hitting Hero. He's got a couple of good lefts up. Wilson has been throwing in most of the punches. Now another overhand left. Hitting Wilson on the back of the head. They both are going down to the ice with the linesman jumping in. But Wilson was decked by Gary Howard in the corner. And then Wilson decked him behind the net, and they both went at it. And we'll see what the penalties are when we come back to this message.
Now Clark won't let Lunsbury make the play. Still tying him up. Lunsbury as Schultz is being pushed behind the net by DuPont. They fight for it, and now there goes Schultz and DuPont pushing away. And there's Ben Wilson with Schultz. Ben Wilson or Schultz. Wilson could be the third man in because of Wilson, DuPont and Wilson. DuPont and Schultz were going at it now. Schultz can't get any good right hands through. They both got their holds on him. Wilson is trying to get a hold of it. Schultz has a hold of Wilson's arm. This could be a classic confrontation as both of them are pretty good fighters. Now Wilson is trying to get the upper hand, uppercuts. Punches are glancing blows because both players have a hold of each other's right arm or right around the bicep area, and their punches are throwing fairly short. But what the Flyers have to be wary of is that Bruce Hood calls Ben Wilson as third man in the confrontation.
Speared Peters in the leg, and that's when Peters took a shot at him. And now Fraser's really letting the right hands on Wilson, and now Wilson's trying to get back, and he has a little bit, but Fraser really got some good right hands in at the start of the fight. Brendan Wilson came back with some right hands, but they both stood there throwing punches at each other. It almost seems like I'll hit you, you hit me. And now Wilson really got a good right hand right on Fraser. Fraser has been able to get his right hand free, but they're still going at it. Wilson's now starting to get the uppercuts through on Fraser as he's hanging on, but Fraser had the good start, had off control of the
Pass blocked nicely by Ben Wilson. Rolls it up on the far side, and Morris. And now we've got Gillies and Ben Wilson. There's a pair.
Well, Gillies and Wilson. Oh, wow, Wilson had really laid it on Gillies. Gillies grabbed him, hit him on hard the check now. Wilson's really giving it to Gillies right here. Both of them are heavyweights. But it looked like Clark Gillies got a couple of good shots in the beginning, and then Wilson got squared away and really laid a few on him.
Bobby, these are two of the biggest guys in the league and two of the guys that are really know they're going to really go when it comes down to getting into a squab.
Really getting the uppercuts on Henderson. Henderson can't get any fighting from Henderson is the one that wanted to go as he both took a shot. Now Henderson's turned his punch at it. But holy cow, it was started right there. They both dropped their gloves and started at it. And Wilson got the best punches in. and he's still getting the good punches in as Henderson has only thrown about 3. Henderson 6'6", 215 pounds. Wilson's pretty good size himself. He's around 6'3".
And Ben Wilson, the gloves are off. Wilson with several right hands. Nyland hasn't landed one yet. Now he does. Now Wilson still pounding away. And Chris Nyland can't get his hand loose to do any damage. And Ben Wilson, meanwhile, is landing right hands at will. Now they still wrestle around. Nyland got in one right there. And here come the linesmen. But you can just see, Dale, that Ben Wilson got slashed across the arms by Carbonneau. There was no whistle. And then when the whistle blew on the puck into the crowd, Wilson and the Canadian